Question from a reader. How do I get off state welfare with offering coaching? So you might think, oh, this isn't applicable to me if you're watching this and you're not on state welfare. But hold on a second, because it is. It's applicable to all of us. And you see, I've had a number of back and forth with this individual, and one of the things that's in pretty much every communication is the fact that this person is on state welfare. And it just hit me as I was reading this today. I am on state welfare. That's who I am. It's almost like if you were to meet this person, before they said their name, when you said hello, they say, I'm on state welfare and my name is. Now I'm exaggerating the point a little bit to make the point that this isn't just a circumstance in life. This has become an identity. And that identity is an obstacle to the creation of what you would love. So how many of us have taken a circumstance that we've acknowledged and then described, and innocently, unconsciously described it so often that it's actually become the idea of who we are? I'm broke, or I don't have any clients, or I have been doing this for a long time and it's not working. And that's who I am. And the problem with that, any consistent description of circumstances as the same will be inculcated as an identity, as an aspect of self. And that becomes a bind. Because when you believe that you are that, which is a circumstance which is far from what you would love it to be, you are going to continue to create that. It's going to be like a filter. And you're also going to look out into the world and you're going to see that. You're going to see, if I am that, I am on state welfare, or I am that I'm broke, or I am that I don't have money, guess what you're going to meet in other people? You're going to meet, I don't have money. And I don't care how much money they actually have, they're going to be that they don't have money. You could meet a multimillionaire and they're going to say to you, oh, I don't have the money for that. Because you're a reality distortion field. Being bleeds from one person into the other. And so the only way out of this catch-22, this trap, is for somebody to live at a higher vibration, for somebody to believe that they are something greater than their circumstances. To believe comes from German glauben. That's believe in German, which is an etymological advance of the word lieben in German, which is love. So to believe is to love something, to love an idea, to fall in love with an idea of yourself as something other than I am on state welfare, or I'm broke, or I don't have clients. You have to live in a reality that starts in the mind and the heart that is higher and greater than that. You got to create an imagined world and throw yourself into it with such vehemence and with such joy and abandon and recklessness and fun and aliveness that when people meet you, they'll be like, holy who's this person? Right? Instead of like, oh yeah, when you say you're on state welfare, I kind of figured. I could feel it. I could feel it coming before you even said it. And so where in your life are you describing things such that it's creating an identity, such that it's keeping you stuck? Look for that. And then be like, it's the opposite of that. Who would I love to be? What would I love my circumstances to be? How could I start speaking that? And actually, I'm going to turn state welfare into a curse word, worse than the F-bomb. It's like, what's the C word? Whatever the word is in your language that's like the worst possible word, make that the equivalent of this way of describing your circumstances and yourself. I don't give a fuck if it's true. Stop saying it and start speaking something much higher as true, and it will become true. So keep it simple. Start with the idea of who you are. Live something more beautiful, and the world will unfold and follow. If it sounds too simple, sorry. It is simple, but it's not too simple. All it takes courage, to be fair, okay? It takes courage to speak something that is not circumstantially apparent and to speak it into the world from the inside. This is sourcing from your heart and your imagination and pressing it out into the world and allowing the world to rise to meet that instead of speaking a reflection of the circumstances and just being something, well, more of that, more of that, more of that. You've got to move through the world as a force of imagination. Look to the children. Look to the way that they speak of dragons and superheroes, and they put the cape on and they just create their life from the inside out, and then the world rises to meet them. The parents show up and buy them toys to express more of that, right? Oh, you like building? You can see yourself building a castle? Well, we'll get you some Legos. Here you go. So be that. Be a force of imagination in the world, and the world will rise to meet you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for reading. I love you. Stick around for more. I'll talk to you soon.